Alright, go.
Hi Sandy, hi Rosie, hi guys. I hope you guys are all having a good day. Sandy. Heard a big knock on the door this morning. And I'm like, who the crap is that this early in the morning? Because we had just got up and it was like bang, 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 bang. And then I heard Sherm at the door. He was like, oh, or something. I thought, what happened? Somebody shot him or something. I was like all freaked out. He made a weird noise. Him and whoever was delivering the package brought in this humongous package. I mean, it was so big, Sherm knocked into the stand and his bottles fell off and they busted all over the floor, glass bottles. And I thought it said Stoneberry across the front, and I said, I did not order nothing else. I got mad. I'm like, they better send that back because I swear, Sherm, I didn't order anything else. And Sherm's like, no, it's from Amazon. I think it's from Sandy. I'm like, oh my gosh, what did she do? That box was huge. And we opened the box. Oh my gosh. I should have recorded it so you could have seen our reaction. I never, ever, ever, ever would have expected what you got. And we appreciate it so very much.
Oh my god, yes.
Here, Sherm. Help me, Sherm.
Oh my gosh.
Sherm's seen those frozen ones and he was like in heaven, and like I kept pulling out more and more, and it's like most of it was stuff that we love, you know, and it's like, oh my god, it was like, oh, I can't believe she done this. It's like, it was truly a blessing, and it will help out greatly. And of course I was praying for you and in the bathroom when I went in there by myself, and I was asking our Father to bless you greatly for what you done for us. So I hope our Father blesses you greatly, because you are such a great sister and such a great person, and not just because of what you did, but because of who you are as a person. You're just a very kind, loving person, and I hope He blesses you greatly for what you did. I will never forget it, that's for sure. And I wish there was some other way that I could thank you more than just saying thank you, you know. But we very, very truly appreciate it so much. It was a good surprise for the morning. I tell you, we woke up and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, we could have something tonight, and it was so exciting, it really was. And I don't know what to say. Nobody's ever done nothing like that before, and it's just totally amazing, and we can't get over it. To tell you the truth, we can't get over it. We've been talking about it all day. Oh, Sandy. And thank you, Rosie, because I bet you had a part in it too, didn't you?
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did. She helped pick it out. I know she did.
She lit the stamp.
I was thinking about, I was going to ask you last night, Sandy, and then I thought, crap, I don't want to do it without asking Sandy, but then I thought, well, I don't think she'd mind. I was wanting to put Rosie's picture on as the cover photo for the video today, but I think I'm not going to do it until I ask you first, because just to make sure you don't care if everybody sees her picture, because I'm always saying hi to you and Rosie, and I wanted everybody to see who Rosie was, how cute she is. But I want your permission before I do that, so. Somebody banging on the wall. It's like, ah. Got my chair move.
It's wrong.
Okay, guys. We are starting our Bible reading today We are starting Matthew chapter 24, and we'll be reading verses 1 through verse 28. We're getting into the not so nice things. We're getting ready, it's getting closer to the end of Matthew. Today we are talking about the destruction of the temple and signs of the end times. Jesus left the temple and was walking away when his disciples came up to him to call his attention to its building. "Do you see all these things?" he asked. "Truly I tell you, not one stone here will be left on another. Every one will be thrown down." As Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately. "Tell us," they said, "when will this happen? And what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age?" Jesus answered, "Watch out, that no one deceives you. For many will come in my name, claiming, 'I am the Messiah,' and will deceive many. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of birth pains." It's just the beginning. "Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me. At that time, many will turn away from the faith and will betray and hate each other. And many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold. But the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. So when you see standing in the holy place the abomination that causes desolation, spoken of through the prophet Daniel, let the reader understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let no one on the housetop go down to take anything out of the house. Let no one in the field go back to get their cloak. How dreadful it will be in those days for pregnant women and nursing mothers. Pray that your flight will not take place in winter or on the Sabbath, for then there will be great distress, unequaled from the beginning of the world until now, and never be equaled again. In those days, if those days had not been cut short, no one would survive. But for the sake of the elect, those days will be shortened. At that time, if anyone says to you, 'Look, here is the Messiah,' or 'There he is,' do not believe it. For false messiahs and false prophets will appear and perform great signs and wonders to deceive, if possible, even the elect. See, I have told you ahead of time. So if anyone tells you, 'There he is, out in the wilderness,' do not go out. Or, 'Here he is in the inner rooms,' do not believe it. For as lightning that comes from the east is visible even in the west, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. Wherever there is a carcass, there the vultures will gather." And that's where we're stopping with Matthew for today. I told you it was getting into some darker times here. Well, our psalm today is Psalm 29. It's another beautiful Psalm of David. Psalm 29. Ascribe to the Lord, you heavenly beings. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory due his name. Worship the Lord in the splendor of his holiness. The voice of the Lord is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. The Lord thunders over the mighty waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is majestic. The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars. The Lord breaks in pieces the cedars of Lebanon. He makes Lebanon leap like a calf, Siren like a young wild ox. The voice of the Lord strikes with flashes of lightning. The voice of the Lord shakes the desert. The Lord shakes the desert of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord twists the oaks and strips the forest bare. And his temple all cry, Glory! The Lord sits enthroned over the flood. The Lord is enthroned as king forever. The Lord gives strength to his people. The Lord blesses his people with peace. And that was Psalm 29, another beautiful Psalm of David. And this is a really good Proverbs reading today. We're still talking about the adulterous woman, so this is Proverbs chapter 7, verses 6 through 23. At the window of my house, I looked down from the lattice. I saw among the simple, I noticed among the young men a youth who had no sense. He was going down the street near her corner, walking along in the direction of her house. At twilight, as the day was fading, as the dark of night set in, then out came a woman to meet him, dressed like a prostitute and with crafty intent. She is unruly and defiant. Her feet never stay at home. Now in the street, now in the squares, at every corner she lurks. She took hold of him and kissed him, and with a brazen face she said, Today I fulfilled my vows, and I have food for my fellowship offering at home. So I come out to meet you. I looked for you and have found you. I have covered my bed with collared linens from Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let's drink deeply of love till morning. Let's enjoy ourselves with love. My husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He took his purse filled with money and will not be home till moon is full. While persuasive words she led him astray, she seduced him with her smooth talk. All at once he followed her, like an ox going to the slaughter, like a deer stepping into a noose till an arrow pierces his liver, like a bird darting into a snare, little knowing it would cost him his life. So many are led astray. And it's so easy to be led astray. That's why you gotta always keep your eyes open. People tend to be a lot of things that they're not. Sometimes you just can't believe, when people's telling you something. You have to see how they act behind closed doors to see the real them, Because it goes back to wolves in sheep's clothing. There's a lot like that out there. A lot among us, even our brothers and sisters, some are. And it's a very scary thing. But even pastors of churches, there are some that are very, very corrupt. But you guys, I will let you guys go. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Let's bring those souls to Jesus. And please keep Chris Serbach in your prayers. He is getting better. He is getting stronger every day, thanks to the Lord in your prayers. And so happy he was even able to text my niece last night, or the night before last. So he's able to text now, and he was able to play a video game. Can you believe that, Sandy? Sandy, his mom, posted pictures yesterday of where he had first went into the hospital till now. And that long bypass machine, Sandy, and that ECMO machines. There was machines everywhere, Sandy. And in one point where I told you the air was leaking into his skin, where I guess that nurse had messed that stuff up, they said. His neck and head was swollen like twice its size. It was hideous looking. I cried looking at every single picture. I really did not want to look at him, to tell you the truth. But they popped on my page, and I looked at him, and I couldn't get through him without crying. I mean, and then to see him today, though, what all he's been through now, the best news I've heard. Today, Chris said, after seeing all that the Lord has pulled him through, he wants to get baptized. You know, that makes me truly happy. Because at the beginning he was thinking, you know, the Lord wasn't with him, that he was strong enough and he got through it on his own. But he didn't know what all he had been through and all the people that were praying for him. And his mom told him and showed him what all he had been through and told him how the Lord was with him. And he read everybody's cards and prayers, and he started kissing the prayer cloth and thanking God, and now he wants to get baptized. So thank you guys so much again for your prayers for Christopher. Please keep them coming till he is home. But so happy about the news today. Nothing could have made me happier. I love you guys. Let's bring those souls to Jesus. And God willing, I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. And please keep my dear friend and sister Sandy in your prayers for strength and comfort. Bye guys. God bless.